Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to every one of you. I can see everybody here already. Yeah, for zero, it is beans because zero here is always from zero point of view. Let's wait 2 minutes for every one of them to join, and then let's go ahead with that. In the meantime, I will just try to set up my system. Okay, I think almost everyone is here, so we can we can start. So once again, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever it is in your country. Thanks for coming here, and there are many updates to give, and of course we will discuss about the markets also, and then there is a whole lot of things. So let's begin with the market update. I know everybody is very excited about Bitcoin right now at $61,000, and they're expecting Bitcoin to go to $100,000, $150,000. So people are having very high expectation. And in fact, Bitcoin is looking very strong. And as we all know that ETF has been approved finally by SEC, which gives a lot of confidence on the regulation side. Like they are quite open to this kind of proposition. So going forward, like they might start to open up a lot. But apart from that, ETF itself is not a very big news for Bitcoin to propel so much, because sometimes things are very good when they remain small and like quite confined and not becoming so global. I mean, like becoming an ETF or anything as such. So this is just my point of view about it. So I'm not really seeing it as a very big plus news or something like that, fundamentally speaking, but definitely it can be a very good sentiment news. Having said that, I have been watching cryptocurrency ever since 2013, so I know about this space very well. Back in 2016, 2017, everybody were expecting Bitcoin to go to $50,000 those times in 2016, 2017. It didn't go there, right? We all know that 16,000, 15,000, it was there, and it was having some corrections. And then finally, in the month of January 2018, it peaked to $20,000. And then we had a very, very bad correction after that. And then we ended up having crypto winter for next 2 years. I'm not exactly comparing the crypto winter space, but I'm just thinking about the expectation versus what really happened. So if we see the same things repeating once again, then probably before going to $100,000, we might go up to $75,000 to $80,000. And after $80,000, we might see some correction. So after we come down a little bit after 80,000 or 85,000, then we can see the next leg of rally, which can go up to $100,000. But markets going directly to $100,000 from the current levels, it looks quite dangerous in my opinion, because there will be a huge speculation. Now what happens because of SEC's ruling and even a lot of media attention around BTC now and cryptocurrencies in general, a lot of new money is going to come into the market. And these new money are not investors. They are gamblers. I mean, they are very new to this one. So they are kind of a moon boys quality. So when moon boys or any kind of speculators or gamblers come into the market, they pump in huge amount of money, but at the same time, they don't have this investor mindset. So once market starts to a little bit fall, they all will start to sell heavily, which will lead to, the fall in the market. So that's why we have to be very careful at this point of time before being too optimistic about 100K or 150K. That is going to happen. That is inevitable, right? We all know it. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. But how soon is it going to happen is a big question. If it happens like really in next 2 months or 1 month, like 1 month time frame, then that is not really very healthy. So it should move with a very positive bias, but at the same time, not completely going parabolic, because parabolic rallies have never remained the same for a long time. I mean, like it was not really sustainable. So some correction is always good. Or probably what should happen, which normally happens in a very structured bull market, is that Bitcoin has already gone up to the previous high point, because previous high was 64,800 or something like that, 64,500, depending on the exchanges. Yesterday, we had a high of 63 something, 63,500 or something like that. It was just a one spike, but still it made that high. So we are almost near the all-time high. Let's simply put it that way. But there are other coins like which is not near the all-time high. For example, Ethereum. For example, many other frontline coins. Like if you remember, we had GRT, the graph from the previous rally, which has not even come to our purchase price so far. So these are the coins like which has to rally hard now. I mean the frontline altcoin, which is Ethereum, and along with Ethereum, other coins should also participate, like XRP. I'm expecting some very good rally from XRP because of several reasons. Let me not say 2 or 3, but because of several reasons. First and foremost reason, like if you see fundamentally, this is the only coin which once traded at $4, then crashed all the way to, some ridiculously low prices, and has not recovered so much since then. And then like there was this problem with SEC. I think it's getting better now, and some clarity is coming from that side. So I think there will be a very clear direction from the regulator side also about XRP Ripple. So if there is no problems from regulation side for XRP, I don't think like it's going to do bad, because that was the only thing which was stopping it to perform very bad. Because once the SEC ruling is out, probably it will get listed on several exchanges once again. Because last time when it got into a trouble with SEC, many big exchanges delisted that. Now they will relist it once again, like on Coinbase and other exchanges. So when actually they start to relist this XRP, more volumes will come and more holders will come, and there will be definitely a very big pump. So that's the reason like why I'm liking XRP, because on the fundamental side, there is this XRP and SEC case going on, which probably might be in favor of XRP. I don't know, nobody knows, but I'm just assuming that it's going to be in favor of XRP. And on another side, if you see it like technically speaking, I mean, in terms of price action, it is way, way, way lower than what it was trading before. Because even in the last rally in April, we saw coins like Stellar Lumens and other coins like which could significantly go closer to their previous highs, or even some coins even crossed it also, like Cardano and other kind of coins. But XRP has not done it yet. So definitely there is some scope of pump which should happen there. And trust me, like XRP, I won't say that like I'm a big fan of XRP or I'm a big hater of XRP, because as far as decentralization is concerned, XRP is not truly decentralized. As far as use case is concerned, we don't know. But as far as the company is concerned, it is very solid because they really have Santander, which is Spain's one of the largest banks in Spain. And they have like many other banks, like in Middle East, in South America. They really have clients. I mean, like they really have a business, which you can see and which you can feel, and which really makes profits for this company. And if they are having a cryptocurrency, then definitely it will have some value. I mean, it's a kind of brand, XRP Ripple, so we can't just discard them so easily. So for all those reasons, I see XRP as a very strong contender in this particular rally. Apart from that, like we have seen several other players like in the top 10 space on coin market cap, but the bottom three, or let me say like 8, 9, 10 position is always changing. A lot of new people will come and they disappear. Some more new people will come, they disappear. Like there was a Matic is not there anymore. There's Solana now, and maybe tomorrow somebody else. So it's always uncertain who is there at the bottom. When we speak about like the top positions, BNB is something like which always impresses me even now because of their use case, because it's the biggest exchange. Many people are already speaking about the end of Binance, like, hey, okay, FTX is going to take over them, and there are several like other exchanges which will gain momentum. Those things are true. I mean, you cannot always remain as the world leader. It's very difficult. But at the same time, you should not believe in these kind of rumors so much, because Binance is not a small company. I mean, like they're tremendously big. They have proven themselves repeatedly, and they are having some kind of regulation issues right now, which is fine in this industry. They will go through all these regulatory aspects and they will come back very strong. And when they come back very strong, other exchanges have to go through the same process. Because right now, everybody is asking question like Binance is not able to operate in Germany, in Netherlands. How FTT is able to operate it, like FTX exchange? We don't know. Maybe they are not under the lens of the regulator as of now because they're not so big. Because only when you are very big, somebody comes after you. If you're a very small fish, nobody is interested in you. So when they become big, maybe regulation problems will come to them also. They should also go through all these procedures, or probably they are already going through this. We don't know. But what I want to tell you is like BNB or Binance is not something like what people are thinking, like it's going to finish, like, okay, they are into a lot of problems. Like, look, everybody can be in problem, right? It's not that is not enough for a company to get finished in that way. So that's why I'm very positive on Binance also, because if Bitcoin is really making its way towards $100,000, then definitely it will correct a little bit from there, and it is going to stay there for some time. And then Ethereum will make a rally to go towards that one. And my feeling is already, you know, as I said yesterday, it almost touched the all-time high levels. I mean, Bitcoin. Next will be Ethereum. Ethereum has to move because there is only two legit coins in this top 5 space, according to me, which is like really, I mean, like they are the definition of cryptocurrencies in the top 5 or in the whole cryptocurrency space, and everybody else will come next, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So when Bitcoin moves, Ethereum used to move once upon a time. I mean, like in 2016 and 2017, if you see, they were like that. But right now, the correlation is a little bit different. BTC goes first. ETH will follow it later on. After ETH, like all other, you know, like large cap coins will go, like Aave, Compound, and all this DeFi space, and some of the big NFT space like, you know, XE Infinity, and this kind of tokens now. And then all other altcoins will go, and then shit coins will go at the end. So all the coins will make a move, but they have their own queue. I mean, like they will go one after the other. So what we are currently seeing is Bitcoin, and I don't think like Bitcoin has made its mind to stop here. It is going to like take some time, and definitely it will keep moving a little bit more before a pullback has to happen. Today, we already saw Bitcoin making a little bit of correction. I mean, like a small red candle. It's not a very big one. And actually, we should make our mind when it comes to cryptos at this point of time. And everybody here, listen to me carefully, like what I am saying. From now onwards, market is going to be very volatile. Okay, like don't be scared about like any $2,000, $3,000 of swings in Bitcoin. This is totally possible, and it is going to happen. Because even last time when I have seen it in 2013, 15 rally, or like even a 17 rally, the late rally that happened in 17, it used to be the same. Like it used to move 20, 30%, like completely parabolic movements. And then there used to be like pullbacks, like 30%, 20%, or sometimes even 50%. I don't think 50% is going to happen now, but definitely there will be a very, very wild swings that will keep happening. But in this swings, what we have to watch out for is the trend. I mean, like the trend is on the positive side or on the negative side. If there is a correction within the positive biased market, then it is all healthy. But, like if the correction is very steep and it's taking a lot of time, then it is going to be a little bit difficult. But until now, 61,000 levels, what we have seen, this has been a pure, retail and a little bit of institution money, which is coming into this. Once we reach $65,000 mark, when Bitcoin will be everywhere in the media, all Tom, Dick, and Harry will come out from nowhere. From nowhere. It's like you're just relaxing in the park, sitting under a tree. Suddenly from the tree, somebody comes out. Suddenly from nowhere. They will just come out from the branches. They will just come out from the fruit trees, from everywhere. And you will be wondering like where all these people were. They were all hiding in the tree. You don't know that. And all these people are going to come out of trees and whatever it is. They will come out and they will put more money, and the pump will be more and more. And the pump will be there until the liquidity will be there. Once the liquidity stops, then we will see that end of that pump to happen. And then some credible money has to come in at that point of time who will buy and hold. That is very important because it's all about demand and supply. When there is huge demand, any asset will go up. When supply starts to exceed the demand, then we will see the dump happening. And that is the reason like why I'm giving this word of caution that the road to $100,000 will not be so easy. I mean, it will not be an immediate pump like in next 1 month or something like that. It can always happen because Bitcoin has always surprised everybody, right? It has surprised everybody, and it can keep surprising. It can keep doing the same thing even going forward also. So, but I'm just telling like based on my experience and what I have seen in Bitcoin so far, like $100,000 touching it, it will take its own sweet time, and also it will be not so immediate like how we are expecting. There the road will be bumpy, it will be a lot of volatile, but sooner or later it will make. So just a word of caution that don't go all in one, and don't just be betting completely on Bitcoin itself. There are some caution that you can always exercise on. And Ethereum is looking very positive. Ethereum is still away from its all-time high, and definitely it can make all-time high. And I can see much more things happening in Ethereum space because Ethereum 2.0 is also coming very near, and anytime they can announce these things happening. And also this implementation of EIP 1559, which is also called as London fork, where they're burning some part of the tokens. So some scenario of deflation, we are already seeing it. It's already happening, which is very good for Ethereum space. But the question is, where is the lid of that total supply? I mean, like, theoretically speaking, you can have unlimited number of Ethereums because there is no upper limit. For example, in BCUBE, its upper limit was 50 million. I'm saying was and not is because was and is both the same here, because we cannot print more than that. We have already printed 50 million. So we can't do anything more than that one. But in case of Ethereum, it's not so. You can theoretically have like 100 billion Ethereum or like even 200 billion Ethereum. You can have how much ever you want. So to have this deflationary system is very, very important. So this is also in the space. And even now, like people are building dApps very happily on Ethereum space. I know like media and everybody are trying to hype a lot of layer to scaling platforms like Polygon Matic and other kind of things. But when I'm meeting with industry leaders and like a lot of people from other walks of life who are in blockchain, particularly not really into crypto, when I speak to them, still the hot favorite is Ethereum. It's still Ethereum, and like most of them are still building something on Ethereum itself. Here and there, you will see people building on some other platform, but don't forget that they have also built something on Ethereum. It's like, yeah, all these other chains like layer 2 scaling, it's like a second option, but nobody is just going to them as the first option itself. That I'm not seeing it happening, because I was at Milan last week, as you know. I had like talks with a lot of industry leaders there, coming from blockchain space, coming from blockchain associations of Italy, blockchain association of Lithuania, blockchain associations of so many different diverse countries within European Union. And what I found is the same thing, that people want other blockchains only for low cost fees and the speed. But apart from that, the reliability, when I'm asking them, they are still saying like they believe Ethereum more than any other blockchain. And this has been my point of view since a long time. And that is the reason like why I'm a hardcore supporter of Ethereum. And that's why I believe in Ethereum, because it's something which has proven itself. It's not a story. It's not, like some kind of like a myth or something like that. So definitely, Ethereum will be a very, very big player even going forward, also, irrespective of who is going to come and who is going to stay or who is going to go from this industry. If you have seen today's article, Mark Cuban is saying, again, very positive things about Ethereum. He's very, very, very strongly, positive. I mean, he's giving a lot of his own opinions about Ethereum, like why it can scale very big. The penetration of blockchain is still very small in the like in a large industrial level. We have seen like people using softwares in almost every industry today. Without that, many industry will not work. It simply doesn't work. Even if we have to book our air tickets or train tickets, like we have to do it on the website. So the whole infrastructure is on internet, and the things can happen the same way on blockchain also, sooner or later. And wherever there is a trust issue, there is use case for blockchain. So for this reason also, I feel that Ethereum will be the front runner to make any kind of infrastructure like this one. And when people start to use more and more Ethereum and build infrastructure on that, it's going to go only parabolic from there. So I'm still bullish on Ethereum, and I will always remain bullish on Ethereum because of all the good reasons that they have. So this is how I see Ethereum also going forward. BNB, as I said, it's a very fundamental play. I mean, like it's a very, very good fundamental coin. So there is nothing to even discuss about it. And Cardano, I don't know, like there are a lot of things going on about Cardano, but these are all just verbal things and just, like kind of an idea, because I cannot see it, so I cannot believe it. So once they show and once they are live, and if I see really something happening on Cardano, then definitely I will update you more on that one. But right now, I cannot really see it. And in the top 10 space, like for this rally, as Bitcoin is moving up so much, as I said, I'm very positive on XRP Ripple. Solana has moved a lot, and it needs to prove itself now. So it should take a breather from here, or probably it can move up a little bit more also. I don't know, but for me, it's looking a little bit overstretched, because there is a point at which price discovery happens. And once the price discovery happens, like you have to actually come out with a very solid argument, like why you are at this place where you are now. So this is the question that we need to ask for all this new change that is coming. And another coin, like which nobody is paying attention, and they're not even really interested, I think, is Polkadot. I'm still saying Polkadot can be a 5 to 10x coin, even now, even at $40, $42. It can be a, like 5 to 10x kind of a coin. It's that type of a coin. It's definitely, it can make it. because of a lot of good reasons. I mean, like their infrastructure is very strong. And there are a lot of parachains and other kind of infrastructure, which is directly linked with Polkadot. So for me, like it really looks very positive. So I'm more positive on Polkadot than any of these parachains and side chains. Dogecoin, again, like there is a new enthusiasm in the market that it will make $1 again. I don't know if it makes $1 or not, but it's a dog token, right? It's a dog coin. Like it's a simply a meme token. I don't know, but adoption is there. Definitely, adoption is there. A lot of websites and a lot of companies in the United States are accepting Dogecoin now, and even some of the very big DeFi protocols and APR protocols like Celsius and these kind of protocols, like where you can stake your tokens and get paid APR. They are all accepting Doge now. It was because of tweets by Elon Musk, and it's because of the support of Vitalik Buterin right now to Doge. So it's having some kind of news, but whether it will go to $1 or not, we don't know. But there is the brother of Doge, which is challenging it, which is called as Shiba Inu. The Shiba Inu, I don't know, like actually many months ago, I think almost like 6 months ago or something, somebody in our community were speaking about it. And I read an article also about Shiba Inu those times, very early times. And I bought like few million Shiba Inu tokens. Okay, not $1 million, but few million. Actually, it was nothing. It was just $1,000 or something. I simply throw it. And that was worth almost like now nearly $6,000 or $7,000. And I was very happy about that. That was a good 6 to 7x profits. So these things can happen, but don't go all in once again. So I feel if Doge could make something, Shiba Inu can also make it, right? Because they're all both are dog tokens. And Shiba Inu is also coming out with a lot of different use cases for their token, including like some kind of DEX, some kind of swaps, NFTs, and all these things. These days, anybody will speak about NFT. Like even a homeless man on the street, he will tell you like, like I made a homeless man NFTs. Like, do you want? You can buy it. Even if you go to Perry, for example, even those guys like who are on the street, like for asking money, even those guys will have their own NFTs. So everybody has NFTs now. Every single person has NFTs. So it has become very common now. And any project now, if I don't see NFTs, then I feel it's a scam. Because NFT should be part and parcel of it. Everybody. I saw quite recently one of the ICOs, they are launching a token. It is something to do with actually telemedicine. It's a medical thing, right? It's totally different. And all the team members are doctors and researchers and these kind of people. They have something called as like a teeth NFT and skin NFT. Like I was thinking, what is going to happen if it's a gastroenterologist who takes care of, like all your excretory system, then you will make a shit NFT or what? Like it's looking completely scammy now. It's blowing out of proportion. Anyway, like what I wanted to say is any coin that has a little bit of support now and a little bit of use case, definitely it's making a very big name. So Shiba Inu can also be one of the names. And I'm mentioning this not because I'm shilling about this coin, but many people in our community are holding this coin. So I'm just telling them like they can continue to hold this coin. The most underrated coin among this top 20 space is Litecoin. I feel like Litecoin is a kind of prince who is living a very ordinary and common life among the common man on the streets of some very small city. But nobody should forget like it is a prince, right? The use cases of Litecoin is too much. I mean, like still it's accepted by so many people and it's a digital silver. Even transaction fees is not so high. So Litecoin can also be a very, like a silent person, like who can make a move. Especially what I have seen is like whenever Bitcoin has made a very big move and once it stops there, then Ethereum will make a move. And when I'm saying Ethereum, you should consider all the large cap altcoins also. In this large cap altcoins, always I will put Bitcoin trash, Bitcoin Cash, and also this Litecoin. This Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. These two coins will always make a huge move, very, very big move, whenever Bitcoin has made a move and it has stopped for some time. I have watched it several times, and I watched it even we can see that even this time also happening. I'm quite sure about it. So have an eye on Litecoin, and we will also be having Litecoin bots very soon, because Litecoin is having very good amount of data for us, because they are having longest possible data, because they were one of the old tokens. We have enough data to build a very good model based on it. So we will be bringing Litecoin bots also. Another project like which is not getting so much of attention like the way it truly deserves is Avalanche. Avalanche is also a very, very good token. Right now, it's having a $13 billion market cap. I think it deserves more. It deserves a little bit more than that one. So definitely Avalanche is something which can do much better. Yeah, among this top 20 space, that's it. Like every other token is like, it's okay, it's fine, but nothing so special in my opinion. Yeah, there will be some other coins like which can also do very well in this altcoin boom, which is internet computers or ICP. Even this can do very well, and Filecoin can also do very well. Yeah, I'm expecting Filecoin to do very well also, because it has not done so well quite recently. So these coins can do very, very well, Filecoin and internet computer, and also their circulating supply is very, very low. So when the circulating supply is very low, definitely it's going to be a candidate for that pump to happen. Apart from that, like all these classic coins are really dead. I mean, this Tron or they're not making much of noise these days. They're not in news also. Tron was saying something about NFTs, but we didn't hear much from that. But definitely Tron is something which makes a move in every bull market. So in that way, we can expect something to happen, but nothing particularly about Tron. And also when Ethereum is moving, you should not forget to buy some Ethereum Classic, because Ethereum Classic and Ethereum are very, very, very well connected, because that was a fork. So whenever Ethereum is making very big moves, keep an eye on Ethereum Classic. If it's not making a move, it will make a move sooner or later. When Bitcoin is moving up like anything, keep an eye on Bitcoin Cash, because there is no point in saying like, oh, I missed this bus by name Bitcoin. So now I don't know what I have to do. I will wait for next rally. No, you don't need to wait for next rally. You have to study this correlation mathematics. In that way, like whenever Bitcoin is moving up and it's relaxing a little bit, Bitcoin Cash moves. Whenever Ethereum has moved up a lot and it's relaxing a little bit, or when it is trying to make a big, big, big moves, buy Ethereum Classic, because they have very high correlation. And this is how you have to select and try to take advantage of this fact. And there is also FTX token. FTX token can be the next BNB token, something like that. It's always good. Imagine like once upon a time when Bitcoin was nothing actually. Not Bitcoin, like BNB tokens was nothing. I was using it for fees actually to pay it on Binance Exchange. And I had around like 35 or something like that, this BNB tokens. And today also I almost have 50 tokens now. And the value of these 50 tokens itself is $25,000. It's too big. And I didn't actually have this in mind, like one day it can become so big that it will be my very good investment and I will be able to make good money. No, I didn't buy it because of that. I just bought it because to pay my fees on Binance Exchange. So in the same way, if you have FTX tokens, which is called as FTT, it is good for you to pay for the fees on FTX exchange in case if you're using FTX. I know many of them are using FTX here. So use it as a BNB for FTX exchange by having FTT tokens. At the same time, you can also expect the price movement to happen in this token, because right now it's trading around $56, $57. According to me, the fair price would be something like $75. The reason is, currently it's trading at $57 and a market cap of $6.8 billion. In the recent round of raising funds, the FTX raised the funds like Series C or D or something. They raised at the valuation of $10 billion for their exchange. Okay, $10 billion is the complete valuation of FTX exchange. At this valuation, they raised the money. So currently, if you see the token to the valuation of the company, it's trading significantly lower than the valuation of the real company. So the tokens are significantly at the discount, at least 30-35% discount from the value of the company itself. So if you see like that one, if it has to get the $10 billion valuation, then the price should be somewhere around $75 to $80. So that is the true price discovery of FTX tokens. So definitely you can have a little bit more FTX tokens so that in the future, anyway, you can pay it for fees. Otherwise, it will be a good investment for you. So this is a kind of dual advantage. And I had this experience with BNB tokens. And I also bought some FTX tokens for the fees and everything. Of course, I'm not allowed to trade on my own, but my relatives or somebody else who is trading, like for them, I'm setting up on FTX and on Binance also sometimes. It depends on their, like what they want, what they're comfortable with. But I am also buying them a little bit more of these kind of tokens, which can be good for paying off their fees and also paying off their, like making a good returns out of it. And there is another token like which we have spoken about a lot, but it never makes a big price movement. And that is Tezos. Before I was telling like buy Tezos, become Bezos. But right now it's not really happening. I don't know why actually, because probably they're not getting that kind of attraction or traction like other kind of projects. Ethereum has a base, like in the world, it's on the global map. And the same thing I can say it for many other type of projects also, like Matic also. They're on the global map. I mean, like everybody knows them. But Tezos, I somewhat feel like they're quite confined to France and a little bit of European projects. They're not having that kind of very widespread appeal to attract a lot of investors and to attract a lot of attention towards it. But apart from that one, what I have also heard about Tezos is it's for very mathematical people, it seems. It's very difficult. So you have to be a very big expert to deal with Tezos. It's very specific and it's highly mathematical. It's not so simple like Solidity language, like which anybody having a knowledge in JavaScript can learn it very easily. But Tezos is quite different, and they're quite different in so many ways. I mean, their use case and like where you can use Tezos, and they're quite like localized. They're not so much international, and that is why the prices are suffering so much. And another coin which is one of my favorite and which is not doing so well is Theta coin. They just postponed their mainnet launch only once, and people dumped the tokens, and then it didn't recover. But for me, it all looks very silly because it's not so easy to ship constantly all the products on time. It can be sometimes late, but that doesn't matter, and there is nothing to get pissed off about it. We should always give time and for them to come out with a very good product and get maturity, and all these things are very important. But sometimes moon boys, they don't understand this. Moon boys are very big problems even for big companies like this one. You can see that. But Theta also got into NFT space, so we can expect something from this one also in this rally. Other kind of coins like which are severely hammered, or this privacy coins like Monero, Dash. I don't think these coins will recover so easily because of the crackdown that they have across the world. Even when we were making the application for DASP license also, we were seeing several things and several questions about this, privacy coins. Like even if a client wants to buy it, like we need to keep the custody of it. We should not give it to the client. And if we give it, like it's a very big compliance process. So there's a bit of crackdown on this kind of privacy coins, to be honest. So that's why they're not making a move, although they have a use case for that. So I don't expect some miracles to happen in this space. Then there is definitely some good quality DeFi like Aave and these kind of things, which is really good. And then other kind of good quality coins would be Graph. That is good. Waves is something good. We will see some movement and rally in Waves also. And Waves is having a very weird and peculiar movement because whenever Waves is making a rally, which means like bull market is coming to an end. So I don't want Waves to rally so soon, because this is what I've seen always, like let it rally a little bit later. MakerDAO, yeah, that's something good. Yeah, I think it's pretty much that. So just to keep something in mind, when BTC is pumping, keep an eye on BCH, Bitcoin Cash. When Ethereum is pumping, keep an eye on Ethereum Classic and also Omisego. Omisego is OMG. These two coins, like, you need to keep an eye. So these are some of the kind of hacks that you can follow to make some kind of small manual trades. So this is about like my market analysis, that I am seeing a positive market right now and everything is looking good. But I just give you a word of caution that to be careful, because you can see quite wild moments going forward. I mean, like there'll be good amount of pump and dumps and pump and dumps. It can sometimes like confuse you. It can come sometimes like trap you. I mean, like bull trap or bear trap, like these things can happen. But still the way is still very, very positive. I mean, like it's really looking good and the structure is very, very positive, but exercise a lot of caution. Having said about these things, I would like to give more updates on like what's going on in our own BCUBE ecosystem. So last week at Milano was a very successful conference. Like we could meet a lot of big people. We could discuss about like what we are doing and where is our success, and how we are progressing, which was very good. And they were very happy because all the people were from European Commission, who gave us equity-free funding also some time back. And they invited us there in Milano and they saw us, and everything was amazing. We could also speak to some of the other kind of experts who can open us some doors in so many different ways. So we are in contact with them and we are constantly discussing with them like how we can do more things. And also once we get DASP license, like we can go more towards the B2B side, which is institution side, and more towards the fund side. And that's when we will be able to exploit the complete advantage of these connections and contacts that what we have. So anyway, like any contacts that you make is always good. Sometimes might not be good for now, but if you make it now, then it will be good for tomorrow. Because when we cannot be doing, like we will, if we try to do everything like, okay, we will see like when it happens or when it comes, then you will waste time actually. So you have to build everything. You have to keep the foundation ready so that when it happens, like, you know how to build your base from there. So that's exactly what we were doing it. And actually, European Commission people were so impressed about what we have done so far, and bootstrapping a company and without losing any equity in the company and growing very fast. So they invited us to Brussels to the European Commission, so to present BCUBE there. So on 25th and 26th of November, we will be in Brussels. We will be presenting it to the European Commission. Probably there'll be some very higher ups will be there from European Commission. Probably something like member of European Parliament for startups, or from strategy or blockchain, or somebody like that will be there, very top level people. And they will be listening to the pitch of BCUBE. So I have prepared a very different type of pitch, which we can present to European Commission, like, because they don't understand everything about cryptos and everything, like if I'm keep going on with the same problem solution part and everything, it will be quite boring to them. And there will also be several requests I will be making on the same platform, because these are lawmakers and we have to speak to them there. We have to speak to them like the misconceptions that people have about cryptos and how this can change the whole economic system, like here in Europe and also across the world. So I have my own narrative actually, and we are very excited to present the project in front of European Commission, which itself is a very, very big thing, because getting recognized at that level is not so easy at all. and going to European Commission in Brussels, it's a very big thing. So we are very much looking forward for that. And we are hoping for very great things to happen there. And next week, exactly 1 week later, on 23rd of October, we will be meeting in Paris. Most probably it will be happening at Station F, which is known for, the world's biggest startup ecosystem, where all the startups are incubated, they have their offices and everything. So it's a very symbolic place. So we thought of doing it there, and we will get a confirmation very soon. We will confirm the exact venue and timings on Monday or Tuesday or something. But as of now, tentatively, it is at Station F, and timings would be between 4 to 7, evening 4 to 7. It's a 3-hour event. So please come, everybody, as much as possible, wherever you are, just make some arrangement and come. It would be great for me and for our team to see you all and to end this menace of only a Telegram relationship that we have. Let's go beyond that one more step. You will know us and you will meet us face to face, which is very good for all of us. And it will be very happy moment for us also to see you all there at the meeting. So just make your arrangements and come on 23rd of October. We will all meet there. I know some of them have already confirmed, and some of them are yet to confirm, and some of them have not spoken about it yet. But definitely wherever you are leaving, I mean, from Belgium or Netherlands or from Spain or Switzerland or Germany, any neighboring countries, you can just hop on a train and you can come. It's not such a big distance. So try to make it as much as possible, and we will be waiting for you there. And yeah, there is a upcoming token burn, which is happening on 30th of October, which is this month end. In another 2 weeks, we will be having a token burn. Yeah, we will be actually buying it, the tokens, if it gets to 20 cents or something much before itself, or if the prices are the same, like then we will buy it on 30th of October itself and we will burn on the same day. So it depends like when we can get the cheaper price, because cheaper price means like we can buy more tokens means like more burn, removing from the supply. So this is what we are planning. So don't think like 30th itself we will be buying and burning, which can be the case or which might not be the case also, because we will look at the price so that we can get as much as BCUBEs as possible for burning. And I was just discussing about the burning with one of our advisors. And I just felt something actually. This burning is like, really, it's like burning the money. It's like, it's kind of like, in one way, it's like wasting of money because it doesn't bring anything. And he was also mentioning me about some of the tokenomics of big projects, like for example, Polygon Matic or Aave or something like that. Look, these people have a total supply of 500 million tokens. And all they printed was 100 million in the beginning. In that 100 million, they gave only 50 million to people. And 50 million, they kept it for team. They're still having 400 million tokens, which they can, like print in the future. They can sell in the future to raise more funds if they need. But in our case, we have 50 million only. Out of the 25 million, we already sold. In another 25 million, like 15% or something is our reserve funds, like development fund and reserve funds. So we don't have so much of tokens left after that one. So we will be, if we need more funds after that one, or like if more expansion is planned, then equity will be one of the routes, or like we have to sell some of the tokens that is there and we have to get the funds back. So we don't have so much of tokens actually to do it. But since we have agreed on token burn, like we will go ahead with that one. But really, if you think from this point of view about like the total tokens that we have and like what will be our reserves or something like that, it looks like not so, the game like how Binance is making or something like that. Because even if you see Binance, like they have 300 or 400 million tokens or something, so which they have printed and they're bringing down every now and then whenever it's possible. So it's not really as compared to BCUBE. So this was just my point of view. And also, because of this same point, like which is the continuation of that one, since we don't have so much of tokens left for the future development and everything, once this mantra DAO APR is finished for next year, I mean like next year 2022 until June or July, it will be there with mantra DAO. Once that is finished, I'm thinking of like stopping this APR itself, this concept of APR itself, because at least this token, we will save it for future. And when we are trading at $10 or $20 or something, if we have 1,000,000 tokens for that one at $10 each, it will be $10 million worth. And if we have $10 million in our pocket, we can use like a lot of money on the development, a lot of money on the advertisements and PR and stuff like that. So we can grow more by investing this money than simply giving it as APR. And I've never seen any project like incentivizing users by more than one way. We are already incentivizing it in terms of bots. So if you see like even a person like who is just having one bot, imagine he's selecting a bot which cost 250 euros per bot. So 250 euros, if you translate that one to dollar, it will be almost around $300. So $300 bot, he's getting it just for staking $1,000 worth of BCUBE tokens. So if you make a calculation, if he keeps that bot for 1 year, then he's making $3,600 worth of advantage, the financial advantage on his investment. So his investment initially was only $1,000 worth of BCUBE tokens. So over a period of time, BCUBE tokens also will appreciate. And he already got $3,500 worth of, the bot, which is almost like 3.5x of his money. So in that way also he made money. Plus bot is also making money for him. So he already made like the third way of making money also. One thing, bot movement, bot price, and his bot performance. So there is already like 3 different ways people can make money. So APR is not really necessary anymore, because APR is necessary if there is no other way to make money. For example, Cardano is giving, because what can you do with Cardano? You can't do anything. They don't even have a smart contract to pay the fees for that. So you can't do anything with that token. So all that you can get is APR for that, or any other token that you are seeing currently. You can buy Aave because it's very good, like DeFi protocol. But what you can do with Aave tokens, you can't do anything. All you can do is like stake and get APR. We can do some things or many things with Bitcoin, but still, how many people are really doing something with Bitcoin? They are not doing anything. They're just buying and keeping it as an investment, isn't it? Anybody is trying to buy Tesla or something else? I don't think so. They're just buying for investment and they're just keeping with them. So a lot of other protocols are there, like who are making, APRs or something like that. But we also have a use case, which is a very big use case, and which is the first time in the industry, which nobody else is doing. So this extra APR is like making, like being too generous. It's like, making people more greedy about that one. So it's a fair game that 1 year it was going on, which is okay. Like until next year, we will keep it. After that one, we will not make any more APR thing. Rather than that, like we will keep these tokens to ourselves, and we can use this one for the future development of the, of the platform. So this is how we want to model this one going forward. Yeah. And also like we are seriously thinking about centralized exchange listing, because this is also there in our mind since some time. Definitely, we are not going for any other layer 2 scaling like Polygon Matic or Solana or Avalanche or anything like that, because that's not going to help, because every now and then a new protocol keeps coming and we have to keep adding the liquidity to every single protocol. That's not doable. It's like you lock your funds once you add liquidity on a platform. If you add like $100 worth of, Polygon Matic, just for example, $100 worth of Polygon Matic and $100 worth of BCUBE tokens. We go to Avalanche platform, $100 worth of Avalanche, $100 worth of BCUBE token. So we are simply blocking the tokens everywhere and simply adding more and more liquidity here and there and here. And just $100,000 is not enough. If you add, like you should really add like $200,000 worth of tokens everywhere. And if you keep adding like 200,000 here, there, and all these new blockchains, like you will keep blocking more and more funds. So there is no point in doing that one. So it's better like we move straightly to, centralized exchange, and like we can make something there. And when we go to centralized exchange also, the visibility will be a little bit more. Even those people will come on this platform. On going on a decentralized exchange, of course, they will make an announcement on their own channel, like Polygon Matic or somebody else. But that is not enough. Really, we need a big, large scale, like PR. And for that, centralized exchanges are very, very good. There are already some people discussing about like exchanges and everything. Listen, like we have excellent, resources in this one, big experts in this one with whom we are discussing it about every single thing. And those exchanges, like what people are discussing about Upbit or something, they are not doable. Upbit is under SEC investigation, if you want to know. It's they're saying like, okay, we have settled something with them. It's not been settled. I know the insider news. It's still going on. And any token which is on that platform will also be on SEC investigation sooner or later. So we cannot just go blindly to some exchange which is under investigation, which is under, money laundering cases against them. These are not the places like where we have to be. We have to find a fine balance between a kind of okay exchange, kind of like, okay, good exchange. I know this exchange, I've heard about it, but I haven't done anything there. Some exchanges like that will always be good because they give you visibility. There should be a lot of tokens, a lot of people should know them. That's good. Top exchanges will not list us at this point of time because we don't have required number of holders and we don't have required number of volumes. If we have volumes, then probably some big exchange will list, which we don't have right now. So these big exchanges are not possible as of now. And if you have seen any big project that has come recently on Binance, they have all gone through this process. They've all been through, decentralized exchange first, and then on a very lesser known exchanges, and then kind of a tier 2 or tier 1 exchange, and then they came on Binance or any other exchanges. If you see, for example, even the coins that are listed on Coinbase, straightly no coin went there. They all went through a very small, less known exchanges, and then gradually they proceeded towards that one. So it's all a kind of like slow transition that should happen, which is very healthy. And that's the way it should happen, actually. So that's the way we will go. And we will find out after consultation with experts in the industry and other people that we know, which will be the best suited exchange for us. And also we will think about some strategic, like partnership that can happen through this one. Because probably if we get listed on a decent exchange, we can also build bots on that platform. So some volumes we can also give to that platform. In return, they can give us some kind of discount or some other kind of market making services or something else as free. So definitely this is a very big thing that we need to negotiate. We need to know the jurisdiction in which they are in. We need to see like whether being a French company, like we will have some kind of regulations to go to other kind of platforms or something like that. There's a whole lot of thing. So we will do it. We will do it. And there will be new features that will be coming on the platform. In next 10 to 15 days, we will have Google Authenticator, 2FA Authenticator, Google Authenticator. Actually, this was planned for December, but we worked very hard and we could bring it very fast. So probably in another 2 weeks, we will have Google Authenticator. And we will also have a new system in place, which is like, for example, sometimes people are saying like the trading is not happening on their bot. Boss, look, 99% of the time, it's not a mistake from our side. We are clearly getting in the API like not required funds. You are trading on FTX. You have a negative balance on USD. Still, you are arguing that you have 10,000 USDT. It doesn't matter if you have USDT or not. If you have some debts, which is in the negative, negative profit and loss, you have to clear that loss first in USD. And then the new trade is going to start. So this is not our mistake. And if you keep bombarding with emails, we will reply to it. But what's the whole point? You will keep missing the trades. Then you will get a very bad trade. And then you will complain like, it started to trade now, but it was the first trade was a loss. If you're trading from the beginning, it will not be the case. So please, you have to educate yourself also. Like you have to go on the website like of the exchange. You have to know like how it works and everything. And then like you have to see like how these exchanges works and how you have to adjust to it. So these are the problems like why you are getting the error message. So to solve this problem, what we are doing is whenever there is a error message that is coming from your platform when a trade is not happening, automatically we will send you an email like, look, there is an error and this is the error. And this error means like you don't have enough money. So go and put your money. The error is like you don't have a proper API key. So you have to do it. That is the reason why your trade didn't get executed. So this will be a completely automated process for any kind of error things. So that like this will reduce our workload by almost 80%. So otherwise people will not come to us like asking for every small and single thing. It's not frustrating really because we can always answer to them. But people expect us to answer at 1 o'clock on a Sunday in the middle of the night. They don't care. They are like, no, you wake up and you give it. Of course, I have to wake up for your mistake or what? I don't have any other work or what? We cannot like keep doing these things every now and then. Because if really some problem is there from our side, we will always collect the feedback. We will try to see how to fix the things. And we will get back to you with an apology. Like, yes, it's a problem from our side and we are very sorry. But 99% of the time, there is no money. There is one person actually who just complained from past 4 days that trading is not happening in his account. And when we are looking at his account, there is no USD or there is no USDT. There is no collateral at all. I don't know what he is expecting to trade. And then he was telling like, no, I was thinking like money is not needed for trading. Like, what can you do with such people? Whether you have to cry or whether you have to laugh when you speak with such people. Without having any money in the account, he integrates his bot to his account and he expects money to come. Look, we are not Alibaba Kulja Sim Sim. Okay. This is not some place like where, you know, when some kind of magic can happen. It will not happen simply. You need to have some basic common sense. This is called as common sense. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to be intelligent. You don't need to be a genius for this one. All you need is just 2 letters or 2 words, common sense. If you have money in your account, that will be used in the trading and that will make you profit or loss after each and every trade, depending on the outcome of the trade. And I don't have to explain all these things in detail to people, right? This is common sense. And from 4 days, he's sending the email. And from 4 days, like our support team patiently, including our CTO, is writing them the email like, look, there is no, you know, like funds. And he is like, no, funds are not needed. Bots will make the money, you know, like bots, how they will make the money? Like, how do you even convince this kind of people? You have to understand like why we are frustrated. We are not frustrated because like of the questions or something. We're quite frustrated because of these kind of people. And they argue and they will tell us like, you know, I will make a YouTube video that you are having a bot, but it doesn't make money. Like you don't have money. Like some kind of stupid people, like they're always there. And that is why if we have this error messaging system, you can see on your dashboard what is the error and what that error means really. We will show them the correct error directly coming from the API keys of their own API. They will be seeing it because it's not we who is doing it. It's coming from their own account. And we will also explain them like what this error means so that they go on their account and do it. And it's been almost like 2 weeks or 3 weeks that I have continuously announced in the Telegram channel everywhere that you need to have USD balance in FTX exchange. I'm telling that because it will work even if you are having other 20, 30 coins as a collateral also. It will definitely work. But they don't know that like after some loss trades happens that you have to clear the losses for the new trades to open. So just to simplify this, I said you just need to have USD in your account. You know, like people who are smart and who could understand what I'm saying, they just had USD and they never bothered us again. It's going on fine. And they also like write emails like, you know, it's good. Like we are able to trade and it's everything is fine. Thanks for telling us about this one. It's all fine. It's good. But there are some people who are again saying like, you know what, like to convert USD, I don't have time. I have time like only to keep my BTC and trade on FTX. Look, if you don't have time to take care of your portfolio, to create your wealth, to create your passive income, why should I have my time to explain to you again and again about this? It's so simple, like you have USD and you will not get into problem. It's not a big rocket science. It's a very basic common sense. And this one, we have to repeat it again and again. So that is why FTX is an exchange where you need to have USD as a balance. I'm putting it on records once again. Have USD as the balance and leave it. It will work flawlessly. There is no problem. If there is any kind of bug or problem, then it should not work for anybody, right? That is what we call as the real bug, which is not working for anybody. And there is a kind of soft bug, which can work for some and which will not work for someone else. But this we are seeing, actually, this is coming from their own mistake. So to make them aware of their mistake, we have this error messaging system. When there is an error, they get an email immediately. Why this error is happening. And we will also tell them like, where is the error? What is the meaning of the error and how they can fix it. And they can fix this one and then next trades and everything is going to fine. So that even like some people who are here, like who are very, very nice people and very generous people, like who are always giving their time and explaining to these people that, look, for me, it's working fine. For me, it opened correctly. Do you have this balance in your account? Did you change the leverage like this, like that? All these things. And there are other type of people also who are having like 300 USDT or 400 USDT. And they're trading with like 25 or like a 20x, 19x, 15x kind of leverage. And they are saying like, you know what, like I opened a trade, but yesterday it almost doubled. And today, like it's almost finished. Of course, it will finish because of the level of leverage that you are having. And we are saying like have only 1x leverage. And then there is another question, like, can't I have like 5x or 10x? Like you can have whatever leverages you want. Okay, but have enough money for it. If you don't have enough appetite, then don't do such things. Okay. If you have a big stomach, then eat a whole, you know, like a whole bull or like whole pig or like a whole chicken or like whatever you want, because your belly is so big that you can eat anything that you want. But if your belly is like as small as a mouse, then don't dream of eating an elephant, right? It always depends on your risk appetite. Based on that, you need to fix your trades and risk management and everything. And this not only this, leverages. Another thing I want to speak also here, so that recording, everybody sees this one. So they will get this message very clearly. Everybody wants a XRP short-term bot. Do you know why? The reason is very simple. These people, I call them as like HPH people, which is high percentage returns people. They're like all high percentage hunters, HPH. So these people are high percentage hunters, which is fine, like to hunt for a bot like which is having highest percentage of returns. But with the high percentage of returns also comes high risk associated with that one. And you should not forget it. Okay, before selecting any bot, if it's me, of course, you can say that like I'm more experienced in this one than you, like you will not know these things, but nothing is stopping you from educating yourself. Because once upon a time, even I was zero in all these things. I had to learn these things from scratch because it's not from my family background or nothing. I had to learn everything from the scratch, right? So you have to see the backtesting results, watch the drawdowns, watch the Sharpe ratio, watch the Sortini ratio, educate yourself about Sharpe ratios and what this really means, Sortino, what this really means, what is a drawdown and what was the maximum drawdown. You have to, make all this research. And after you making this small research, which might take few hours of your time, then you will be well informed about it, which is good for you personally, so that you will be able to make much better financial decisions. At the same time, like you will also understand like the functioning of the bot. If you are just a HPH, high percentage hunter, it's not going to help you because maybe the returns are very high, but that kind of risk appetite you don't have probably. So you have to select everything based on your risk appetite, leverages, percentage of the funds that you are playing with, everything. It should be based on that. And also diversify your portfolio very well. If you're having one short-term bot, don't go for another short-term bot once again. Go for positional bot. Go for another scalp bot. Go for another intraday bot. So this is called as like diversification, because if you have the same scalp bot, it will have the same philosophy. It will have the same time frame. It will have the same kind of, data sets probably. So that is not helping you. I mean, like if you are using one trend following bot, in future we are coming out with this one, In the future, what we are planning to do is like we will have one trend following bot, another mean reversion bot, and another momentum bot. So all these three bots, we will make it as one bundle bot. So you will buy this bundle, it's going to be good. So that if the markets are falling down, the mean reversion bot will make you money. Trend following bot can also make money or might not. Or momentum bot can make you money or something not. So there will always be a little bit hedge for you to gain returns even in the worst case scenarios. So this is what we are working on, like which will come in the future. So what I wanted to say here is like you have to diversify your funds. But what I am right now saying, this HPH guys, high percentage hunters, they're always going for those like which is having high percentage of returns. What sort of, mentality is that one? It's a very naive way. I understand that, but you have to educate yourself. You can't be naive always. That cannot be an explanation. You have to select very good diversified set of bots. Moreover, it's not the bots which is bad, but it's the selection and the combination which can be bad most of the time. Right now, we are in a Bitcoin bull run, right? And Bitcoin is like moving up so well. So Bitcoin positional, which I tweeted also a few days ago, that Bitcoin positional is going to do well. It's really doing well because it's a common sense. When Bitcoin is going up so much, like you can be in a position to take advantage of it until the trend reverses. Until that, you will have the time to make a lot of money on this one. And ETH also, like one of the scalp bots or one positional bot from BNB, something like that. Make a diversified portfolio. If you have diversified portfolio, then it is going to be amazing. Then it's going to be a very well-balanced portfolio for you. And that will bring you a very good returns. Anyway, this week, we are releasing 4 new bots in the ADA series, Cardano series. And we will bring one intraday trader bot for BNB. Because for BNB, we have a scalp now. We have a positional also. We don't have the intraday bot yet for BNB. So we are bringing that one. And we are bringing 4 new bots for Cardano. And after that one, we will be going to Solana. Solana had very good price movement quite recently. So I think like in this altcoin season, like this can be very huge. This can be very big, the Solana. So we will also be having Solana bots after once we finish off this ADA series. And after Solana is finished, like then we will go for other type of tokens, like which is very hot. I mean, Matic, Doge, something like that one. So this is how the lineup looks like. Okay, then I will look at some of the questions and what people are writing, and then Crypto Flower. Actually, the t-shirts are collected by our office assistant. I will be going on Monday to pick up from her the things, and I will be wearing the t-shirts that you have sent for the team, and we'll be wearing it next week. What about Tezos? Yes, we covered Tezos. Where are NFTs in BCUBE? That's a good point, actually. Actually, we can bring an NFT, like we can have NFTs like to give access to certain kind of unique things. We also discussed it quite before, but really like now I'm skin deep into so many other things. So I'm not able to concentrate. So if community can contribute more into structuring this idea of NFTs, how we can integrate into our platform, but not just bringing NFT for the sake of bringing it, but we should really have a use case for that, because I don't like things to do for the sake of doing it or scamming or something like that. This is totally against me. But if you have some very unique idea and unique use case for NFTs, then please take it ahead from there, and I will definitely have a look at that. Trust only in BCUBE tokens. That's definitely true. That's 100% true. If there is any token that you can really trust, then that is only BCUBE tokens, because the kind of hard work that we put in, and we are very customer-centric vision company. We always think about the products that makes difference in people's life. And always we keep thinking about like how we can make the things better. Many things we don't discuss, but it doesn't mean like we don't know about it. We are always thinking about that, and we are always trying to make it fine and better and better. Shame, I didn't know you were visiting Prague. Hope you will come again soon. Okay, I didn't know actually. We have people from Prague actually, because I will be visiting there. I'm visiting Prague almost very often these days. So next time when I come, I will definitely let everybody know. We can make a small meetup there in Prague. I'll be there next week. I'm waiting for you, Tom. I think you're coming from Netherlands, definitely, and get some special things from Netherlands. Let's have it in Paris. Um, um, can't wait to meet all of you guys next week. Alan, you are our old soldier. We are all waiting for you there for the Luxembourgish gang. Why can't we have a vote and the Telegram group to stop token burn and then remove it if you feel it will benefit the company in the long run? We can, of course, make a Telegram, like voting on this one, token burn. But one thing is once I promise something, I will keep my promise, whatsoever it might be. So we have already promised this one. So I don't want to go back on my words on the token burn, but definitely we can make a poll on this one also. The only thing is just if I have to repeat the same thing, that company will have more reserves going forward. And for the company, it's always good if we have 100% shares with the founders itself. Because right now you see we can make the staking program and giving the bots for free. But do you think if a venture capital is there, he will allow us to do? He will definitely not allow us to do this one. He will say that look, this is kind of like charity or what? No, you have to make money on that one. You have to, price it, get the money and do something else. So we have all this flexibility to do what we want to do because we hold 100% of the company. But once we sell the shares, it is not going to be the same because we have to go for the shareholders' approval. Once the shareholder approves to it, only then we can do that one. Sometimes they can stop us from doing some things. They can, there are a lot of things can happen if we are a kind of company which is not having 100% shares. So only for that reason, I was thinking why we need to have more tokens with the company itself. So instead of buying back and burning, why can't we just buy back and keep it with us? And in the future, we will probably sell it when it's at $10 or something to raise more funds if we need, for example. Okay. And DCing on BCUBEs will be interesting when listed on CEX. Yeah, definitely. That's also one of the points which will be very interesting. But as of now, what is very good about CEX listing is first thing, I'm always thinking just like the way you are thinking also. But I know all of you recognize it. I'm thinking we have a bull market right now, right? In this bull market, even all the coins which doesn't even have a use case will go up. But we have a use case. We have a genuine project here. We have a genuine product here also. So listing on a CEX will give us more attention and more good price movement also. So this is one thing. We are in altcoin season and we have to make use of this opportunity by listing on CEX. This is one thing. And second thing is buying the token will be much more cheaper for those who just want to invest and not just to stake on the platform, because staking will not be different. Because right now you have to buy on the exchange, you have to transfer it to your MetaMask wallet. From MetaMask, you have to again stake it. So for the staking or something, you still have to deal with Ethereum blockchain. So you have to pay the gas fees anyway. It is not going to change in so many different ways. But definitely it's going to improve a lot. I mean, the PR, the company image and everything. He thought the bot creates USD and trade. Exactly. I was thinking the same. Probably he was thinking bot creates USD or USDT or something, USDB, which is stable coin of BCUBE maybe, and trading automatically. I don't know what he was thinking. It took 4 days for him to understand, and still he was arguing in the morning. I don't know what I have to tell him. Printing money bots. He took literally the printing. Yeah, that's true. That's a great feature for the team to focus on the bots and the platform. Absolutely. Instead of Google Authenticator, the login should require a positive IQ test. I think so. I think so. That's really true. That's really true. Sometimes I'm just wondering actually, because when I'm discussing with my regular friends, They speak to me, they send me messages, and we speak. And they don't send any kind of this kind of crazy message. So I always think like, okay, people are normal, but well, you don't know how it can be. What is the situation for the seed investment in other projects? I saw you tweeted that 2 projects on top now. Yeah, sure. That's a good question, and thanks for asking this one. Actually, yeah, there was a time when you were making a seed investment by giving money and getting the token, right? This was the case. Like you give them the money, you sign the SAFT agreement, and then you get the tokens. But right now, these NFT projects, they have a very crazy different situation, style. I mean, they have a kind of map where it's called as land, and you have to buy the land, it seems. And one land will cost you like $100,000, $150,000, $250,000. So you're buying the land, and then, you know, like you will build something on that one, or you will rent it, or you will sell it. Look, I I have some properties myself, and I've also invested in properties, but these are real properties, not virtual properties. So buying a virtual property for 150K or 250K, that was a bit strange to me. And I really want to understand this a little bit more, like how this works, because I don't want to venture into something which I don't understand. And especially when the public money is involved, because if it's my money, I don't give a damn. Like if I lose 20K or 30K of my own money, I don't care. It goes, it's okay, fine with me. But if it's a public money, I'm answerable to a lot of people, and it can be their hard-earned savings, you know, like life savings or something like that. So I don't want to play with that money. So I want to be very, very cautious. So I'm asking some experts who can educate me on this one, like how this translates to buying the land and the tokens, and how I will be able to use this in real world. I mean, like if I want to liquidate this money, and will I be able to liquidate? This will be the question also. Because what if they tell me like, okay, you invested in virtual land, and probably after 5 years, like when the gaming and all the infrastructure is built, like you can do many things. Who knows? All these things are worthless actually until there is a use case for that. So I am very, very, very careful and not just running behind the hype. And also, you should not forget that this is our first investment in the decentralized venture capital. This is a first investment. So the first investment should always be a good one. It should always be a memorable one. It should not be a negative one, so that we will have some negative memories because of it. So definitely we are thinking about. When do you plan to open the KYC feature so that we can start doing it and getting ready for 2022? Very, very good question. From January 1st, we are planning to make the complete KYC process, because that is when we will be actually forced to make this KYC on the platform as per DASP regulations. So we'll be doing it from January. And right now, when we will have this Google Authenticator in next 2 weeks, the thing is like we will have SMS also, but SMS will be for registration only, for the first time registration only. So once you have registered already, then you will have only Google Authenticator. And if you don't activate Google Authenticator, you will not have access to bots. You will lose access to bots. So you will be forced to have Google authentication, because this is also part of the, you know, like regulations that we have to force people to use 2FA, which is Google Authenticator. And also we have to go through a security audit now. We are also looking for some very top companies to make a security audit of the entire platform. SOC1, SOC2. So this is there, and we are also looking for this company. Can't wait for LunaBot. LunaBot will also be there. So probably after Solana, we will start to work on Luna. Then we can go to Doge and other coins. So we will get you Luna as soon as possible. Would you like to turn BCUBE.ai into crypto exchange in future? Good question. We are open to any kind of things, but let us do what we are doing in a much more stronger way, and let's get more traction and more people. And then we can think about more diversification. As of now, like we are thinking of bots, what we already have. And secondly, like thinking about institution and family business once we get DASP license, which will give us permission for making, market making, custodian services, and brokerage services. So when I'm speaking about brokerage services there, with our DSP license, we can be a regulated broker. So at that point of time, we will think about it also. But at this point of time, no, not like Binance or something. Definitely not. Any news about the new version of the website? Definitely, we have started to work on it already. We are recruiting very soon 2 more developers, so who will start to work on it, because right now we are very busy about the infrastructure around the bots and these kind of IT works, which is very important. Then we are going for the new version of the website. So just to give you a brief idea about it, we have already hired Europe's best UX agency, user experience agency. So they will be designing the UX UI part. And once the UX UI part is finished, then they will also give guidance to the web designing, web designing department. So once the web designing is finished, like of the landing page and subsequent pages in the website, then we will go for full on, website development by having the front end developers. So definitely it's going to come up very soon. Are all the bots limited to training once a day? Are there any trade more frequently or plan to add such bots? Definitely it's there in the roadmap. Presently, we wanted to introduce only, like low frequency bots so that people make more money in this way, because low frequency bots makes more money than high frequency bots, at least in cryptocurrencies. So right now it's like that, but definitely we will be adding this kind of high frequency bots, like 1 hour bots, which takes position every 1 hour, which takes every 6 hours or 8 hours. We will be bringing this kind of bots once this complete series is finished. Right now, the idea is like to bring all these top 10 coins with this kind of low frequency bots, like what we have, like the same order, like scalp bots, intraday bots, positional bots, short-term bots, these series for all the top 10 coins, and then go for actually this kind of high frequency coins. Thoughts about Bitcoin.com exchange. I might be able to ask the company head there if he would talk to you about LSA. That would be fantastic, because Bitcoin.com, we went to them during the ICO stage, during the token sale stage. We wanted to publish an article on that platform, but they said they are not making an article for token sale. So probably now for listing, it might be different. So if you could help, then that would be great, Boton. I will really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I respect the fact that you keep promises. Why not have a poll from us, the token holders, so we can all decide on the token burn issue? Would be better to keep funds to invest in future expansion. Sure, if really poll is necessary, then definitely we will make it. Definitely we will make the poll. Are you planning for a solution where BCUBE holders can access as many bots as they want without having to pay fiat? Can you be more specific? Like without having to pay in fiat means like in BCUBE tokens, something like that? It seems a lot of new clients have trouble understanding the bot percentage and monthly averages. Is there any way to make it clearer the figures are compounded? Well, look, if they actually see the charts, it will be more clear, I think. But people are not really watching the charts. They don't even know like what is on the left side, like the back-tested side, and on the right side. So if they educate themselves a little bit in that way, it will be more clear. However, like we will also be coming out with a new stats on the website itself, which is like 1 week returns and 1 month returns, which is like 1 week from now, like 1 week ago, like what was the exact returns. So this will be there on the website very soon. And compounded, like, come on, like don't ask for these kind of trivial things, because I've seen all our like competitors website, nobody is writing like this a compounded returns or something like that. This is like too much spoon feeding, because when people are gambling with their money, they need to educate that much at least. But I understand about weekly returns, monthly returns and everything. We will make it, but not really mentioning like compounded returns and all these things. I think being a deflationary asset is very valuable. It provides scarcity over a long term and is very bullish. I don't see why it has to be 100% burn or 100% keep for company. We could always think of way burning 50% of what is the company buys back and 50% for the reserves. But I do think being a deflationary asset is very bullish for BCUBE over the long term. Deflationary asset is making sense if you have too much of supply, like Ethereum, for example. or like some other kind of coins that they are doing it. But deflationary doesn't have so much of meaning when the tokens itself is in scarcity. So you have to see it in that way, like what is the total supply and what is the circulating supply. But just because we are burning the tokens, it doesn't mean like the price will go up also. Even I can assure you that much. Just because of burning, like the prices will not pump, because we already did it, and it doesn't work that way. But deflationary, yes, it will become deflationary, but deflationary itself will not have any kind of advantage. And keeping 50% for company and 50% for burning, this will complicate the things a lot. And we can spend like more time and energy on other things. Keeping all this, like accountings and everything is a bit complicated when it becomes a big scale. Inside the NFT gaming space, lands are the assets that have depreciated less in the recent recess, plus the scarcity is very high. Okay, so I think like you are trying to say that these land prices are going up because of the scarcity. Best example are Axie Infinity and Plants. Plants versus Undead. But there are many more with that land scheme. Okay. Because I don't know about these land things. For me, it's very new. So I don't have good knowledge about this one. But when I heard about like we are buying the land, it was a bit strange to me. Okay. I have read that certain bots will require a user to be in a certain staking tier. Tier 1 does not give access to XRP intraday bot. Is the monthly price of the bot an indication which tier a user has to be in to be able to get it via staking, or is there a listing? Or is there a list stating which staking tier gets which bot? This we will release it in December, but it has nothing to do with the price itself. It has got to do with like performance and other kind of metrics that we have. Based on it, like we will push like the very top performing bots to the higher, like the higher tier. But we will also make like 1 or 2 well-performing bots also possible for the lower tiers, but it's definitely not because of the prices. Now max is 5 bots. Yes, I'm in solution where BCUBE holders can access all your bots, currently 19. Or if they want having to pay fiat for the 6th or 7th bot. Well, the max is 5 bots as of now. We will think about it like for the tier 5, whether we can increase a little bit of bots or not. But everybody have access to 19 bots. But you have to unstake you have to unsubscribe from one bot and you have to go to the second bot. You have to toggle. But at the same time, using 19 bots, that is not going to happen. But definitely 5 bots limits is there, but we will add like few more bots. And also if somebody is at the 5th tier, then they don't need to worry because they will have other kind of exotic products that we will be making for decentralized exchange. They will have some access to it also. With BCUBE token price increase, will higher tiers, number of bots staking requirement will decrease? Absolutely. Imagine like if one BCUBE token is $1, then definitely we will not ask you to stake 3,500 tokens for the tier 1. We will just ask you to stake 1,000 BCUBE tokens for tier 1. And for people tier 5, like it will be just 50,000 BCUBE tokens for staking it. Rest of the tokens, you can either sell it in the market and get back the cash to add more to the bots. And when the prices comes down of the, like tokens, you can buy back the tokens again. You can play all these games once the prices pumps. So definitely it will be adjusted based on the current market prices. What is BCUBE? I don't know what is BCUBE. How about funding other projects? How can we suggest or forward you new projects? Well, like even if you forward some projects or something, like it's very unlikely that we are going to make any investment in that, because we see a lot of things like who is behind the project and who has invested in this project and whether we know somebody from this kind of project or not. Because currently the project that I am discussing with is introduced to me by the CEO of GD Capital. So GD Capital is a very renowned crypto venture capital. So the CEO of this company is assisting me in this particular deal. So if somebody like that is assisting me, and if they have a very big due diligence team, then we will take it very seriously. But there are so many projects. So if somebody puts us randomly some name because they are invested in that, if they have invested in that or they heard it somewhere, it's not enough for us. You should also come with some kind of good explanation, like why you are interested in that project. I mean, what does your name BCUBE mean actually? Okay, you're asking about BCUBE. Okay, it's like B into B into B. So B into B is B square, and B square into B is B cube. So it's mathematical equation like B into B into B. So first B is bulls, second B is bears, the third B is bots. So B cube means bulls and bears bot. So this is how like the name BCUBE came into picture. So it's a bulls and bears bot. It's interesting, like somebody is interested to know about what is BCUBE, because at least this is better than, like this HPH guys, like high percentage hunters. You are a gem. Really? What type of gem? Like emerald or diamond or something like that? Anyway, it was amazing. Like, yeah, will there be higher tiers, or 5 is the max? As of now, 5 is the max, but it always depends on, the price of the token and many other things that we'll be bringing in the future. Because definitely, a few years down the line, we will be a big conglomerate. I mean, like we will be having many financial services, many different things, many different platforms. We will grow exponentially like Binance. Because I actually admire CZ a lot, and the kind of company that he built, which is called as Binance today, and the kind of diversification that he made and everything. I really admire him. So I also have the same type of vision for BCUBE. So the vision is very big. So there will be a lot more use cases. And we are also working on so many decentralized things, and many things are going on within the company itself every day. So if all these things are coming up, probably we will think about, different tiers also. But as of now, it will be only tier 5, which will be the highest one. But as some of them were asking me or suggesting me like to have a little bit more bots for the tier 5 people, definitely it will be considered. And we will see like whether we can give you like 2 bots more or something like that for the tier 5 people. Since you have to understand one thing, like tier 5 people are as important as tier 5 people for us. We are not actually like discriminating in any way, but you have to understand that our business model is also not about making money. Our business model is about giving an opportunity for every common man to use this kind of bots. So when we have this kind of a vision, you have to understand that buying the token will help the project, and buying the token will give you the access to the products. So you have to see it in that way. If we were a kind of project like which we were charging the money or something, and plus you will get something more for staking, then it would be a different issue. But since the business model itself is like free business model, so the tiers always plays the role here. So higher the tiers, which means like you are contributing more to the project by showing so much interest and investing so much into it. So definitely there will be some kind of premium for always the higher tier guys. So that's it from my side. And it is always amazing to talk to you on Saturdays. Last Saturday, I was at Milano airport, so I couldn't do it. But this time it was amazing to see you all, especially when I see the regular people who keep coming here. Like it gives me more motivation. I'm always a motivated person. Even if I'm dead, I will not say that I'm dead because I'm still alive. I'm such a positive person. And it gives me more positivity when I see you guys and listening to me and asking me questions and like giving me very meaningful feedbacks, meaningful suggestions, which can add a lot of value to BCUBE. Because adding value means this adding value helps us as a company, helps you as a token holder, helps you as the user of the product of BCUBE. So it's a kind of like very constructive environment. And that's what we really need to have here. A lot of positivity, a lot of constructive, things coming together. One thing I can tell you, like, don't keep seeing about, every single trade or something like that. We are very confident like what we are doing. Once again, I will tell you, like, our bots are not like, we have created a kind of small garden and we have left it to become a forest. Definitely not. Every day, every single trade, we are watching it. We are constantly monitoring it very, very, very deeply in a very statistical way. Whenever we are seeing some statistically deviation is happening or something like that, we are modifying it, we are correcting it and making the model much more perfect than ever. And secondly speaking, in the bull markets, like sometimes we need to stop the shorts from happening. So we added these layers for all the, all the tokens, all the coins that we have. So it will not go unnecessary short now. So all these things, modifications, we are constantly doing it, and quantitative finance is not so easy, but we are working very hard on that one. And we are bringing all these things as a possibility. And going forward, like, we are going to make many more things for you guys, many more things to play with. Definitely at the end of the day, at the end of the year, like 1 year from now, like, everybody will be having a very, very good returns with you. So thanks for your trust, and thanks for your love and support that you always have. And definitely you can expect only one thing from me, that is hard work and delivering you. So far, whatever we have promised you, we have delivered it much before the time, right? Everything. I mean, like Google Authenticator, everything was planned for end of the year. We are making it now itself. We will keep delivering it, everything much more fast. We will try to ship the things much more faster than anybody else. We have like very limited resources right now in terms of human resource, but we are recruiting very fast. We have not even touched the ICO money properly, actually. We are just like, bootstrapping, and with the money that we have and everything, we can run the show. That's not a problem. But we want a very good quality developers. We have many developers actually coming for interviews and everything. But these people are not somebody like who fits into my vision about the company. Because when I'm asking like, how do they see their future? How do they want to do the things? I'm not hearing what I want to hear. So it's actually, if I'm the first line of defense to them, if I'm not impressed, then I'm not sending them for any kind of technical interviews. So I want the best talents to come to build this best company. And that's how we can build a company which can be a unicorn. If we have mediocre people, then it will be a mediocre company. If we have extraordinary people, then you can build an Apple. That's how it works. That's how it goes. Having said that, I'm curiously waiting for everybody in Paris next week on 23rd of October. Please come. Let's meet there, and let's have a good time. Let's have a chat. Let's have a drink. Let's celebrate next week. So until then, take care. Have a nice Saturday and have a nice weekend. Good afternoon and have a nice day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Bye.